Hello.
Josh, what's up, man?
Not much, just relaxing, chilling out. How about you?
Relaxing, all cool?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all
yeah.
going well. So it's
You know.
been a very stressful day.
Let's click on your portfolio. I'm gonna just post it in chat. Everyone in chat, Josh. Okay, there we go. Man, I feel like his banners are getting bigger or something. What's going on here?
Yeah, it did seem like that. 'Cause I remember when they were quite small, but
But
yeah.
dude, so you have this ultra refined portfolio. I feel like every piece that you post has gone through the gauntlet of like, I'm working on this, I'm working on this. What's your guys' thoughts? What do you think? I'm gonna adjust this, I'm gonna tweak that. And you're constantly like pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and then it's like, oh snap, you posted it, it's done. And then,
Yeah. No, it's happened a lot where I've just got really hyper focused into one project and then at the end it's just like, oh, here you go, it's done.
no, it's I mean everything has been a real pleasure to watch like progress. That's the other nice thing is you're being so active. No offense to the lurkers from the previous chat we just had, um, but it's like you get to see it kind of keep going. Grizzle's laughing in chat. That's right. I pulled him out of lurking again. But yeah, it's nice as you see the details just coming together and seeing the feedback that that you're given actually affecting the work, and you're just kind of
Yeah.
going through it. I think
Yeah, like
now. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say honestly, like the community's helped me just so much of it, and I thank everyone who's helped me out so much because without everyone's feedback and critique and just be able to learn from people, I wouldn't be in the spot I'm in now. Which again, thank you to everyone.
What was I gonna? I was gonna say something. I forgot. I'm like just all excited because it's nice to have a chat with you. I almost feel like this is a podcast a little bit. Um, is Would you like to introduce yourself, because maybe someone in chat doesn't know who you are, like maybe how you got into this, and also what what you've been up to.
Yes, so hi, my name's Joshua Clancy. I've been inside DiNusty for about a year now or so. Just finished my masters, just started my first job at Flix Interactive as a junior artist. Really started off doing game art when I was younger. My dad came into the room and was like, "Hey, I'm going to show you how to make a game." Just put on a video of how to make a character model. And it just kind of spurred on from there.
Dude, crazy. Kaze, Kaze says you made me nervous. Dude, I was
Oh,
sad when you were like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm like, oh, I wanted to
yeah.
chat. So let's start with like, so we got the Viking Great Axe, which I think now when I look at all of your work, let me look at this one really quick. This one's a group project, but um, when I look at the Viking Axe, I think it's the weakest of all four, but I
Yeah.
don't. It shouldn't be removed at the same time. Like it's still good.
Yeah, I think
It's just yeah.
it's odd because obviously that's standing out because everything else is now environment, and now it's just an axe, just a random axe with no other context to it, really.
Mm.
That's the thing I have problems with it.
I mean, I can tell the nice thing about the axe is it shows like your interest in the attention to detail, and just how all the surfaces are explained.
Yeah.
Um, and I think this was all sculpted, right? Which is kind of intense as well.
Yeah, the entire axe was sculpted, it's way at the bottom. Yes, everything was sculpted apart from like the edge scratches. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. A lot of going back and refining it because I had a lot of ZBrush crashes. Every 3 saves or so, it would just crash. So I had to
Oh
keep
man,
on restarting again and again and again.
it turned out pretty cool. But it yeah, at the same time, oh, Casey's curious how many hours you spent on this.
I'd probably do like 6 hours a day. And it was for at least a few weeks to about like a month and a half, 2 months. It
Dude,
took quite a bit of time because I was
Was that
learning
your first
alongside.
time? Yeah, that was your first time in ZBrush, or
It wasn't my first time fully in ZBrush, but it was my first time trying to do the whole pipeline. And university had some odd oddities that they wanted with multiple like texture maps, like I mean a ridiculous amount. So
huh?
there's a lot of trying to keep to that and trying to learn Marmoset as well, which mine helped me out quite a lot when it comes to lighting and how to go about that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's crazy because that's a whole lot of work, and I know that like I mean, as long as it's retained in the brain, it's worth it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like everything I've learned from that has helped me out so much, and definitely learned a lot of lessons from it that I want to take on later on, whenever I do my next project, whenever that's going to be.
Mm. So okay, so this next one is the Nightmare Trail, which there's 6 people involved, or 7
Yes.
with you.
Uh, yeah, 6 of us. Is it? No, 7 of us. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. If you include yourself.
Yeah, there were 7 of us. It was a lot of work. I really enjoyed the project. Really, really
What
fun
was
to do.
your? I mean, I didn't read the details here, but like, what was your contribution to it?
So my main things I was doing, because was doing that alongside of a healer zone. So my main thing was working on the bridge. I did some of the set dressing. The initial like blockout phases, we had quite a lot of time discussing with that. And then I did a bit of a post, just moving things around. It was quite hectic, and it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint the exact thing I did because I did quite a bit of just random things here and there alongside
Yeah,
my other projects. But yeah,
yeah,
it
it's pretty
was
cool.
intense project trying to do that alongside Healer's Home, but
Yeah,
I'm really happy with how it came out.
yeah. I can't imagine doing 2 things at the same time. Well, I guess it's kind of like me and work, and then but
Yeah,
I don't know. It feels a little different. But this
yeah,
dude,
'cause
this is super cool.
yeah, thank you. Like, I can thank everyone else in the team. Everyone else was so good at what they did, and it really turned out quite good in the end. At least what I think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the attention, like the framing and what you're focusing on in the main shot is it's all pretty clear. So it looks really good. Your
Yeah, so yeah,
projects
hey,
are interesting.
yeah. It's obviously you have like headbutt occasionally, and like certain things won't work, so you try other things. But I've really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole experience, and it's helped me a lot when it comes to transitioning from being a student over to now working.
Yeah,
It's helped me a hell of a lot.
yeah. So we've got the the map. I call it the
Oh,
map.
yeah, it's a bit of a dreaded map.
This is when I met you. I was like, "Yo, that's this is a lot of detail you're going for."
Yeah, this was my first project I did with feedback from DiNusty. It it was a long time ago now. Well, at least it feels like it was exactly a year ago-ish, I think, like the time I started it. So it's been a
Dang.
long
Yeah.
time now, but I still remember trying to learn from people and like ex-betters being like, hey, just work on this, work on that. It was
Yeah, it's
a lot
really
of work, but I
interesting the
really
thing
enjoyed
you're
it.
adjusting because it's like the frame, the shot is like locked in, and
Yeah.
it's just like watching the map shift around and like,
Yeah.
like the decals shifting and yeah.
Yeah, so originally it was gonna be scoped out, like it was gonna be a lot bigger in scope, but my problem was that no, I don't overscope, I scope it to a normal extent, but then I get worried, so I start to go smaller and smaller as
Yeah.
my worry takes over, but then I regret it later on. Like with this scene, I would have liked to have done it a bit bigger, if I'm quite honest.
Oh man. That's a that's an interesting ability actually. The worrying make you descope.
Yeah, it's sometimes a blessing, sometimes a curse.
Mm,
Because I would have liked to have went a little bit bigger with this, done a little bit more with it, but because by the end of it, I had like plenty of weeks left over to toy around with. I
yeah.
didn't know what to do, but then I could have, if I'd had a slightly bigger scene, I would have had more to do with it. But hey, I learned my lesson slightly.
Slightly. I mean, we're always growing. Things always change.
Yeah,
Um, these 2 images specifically is so you've got the letter and then like the bowl and the spoon and the corks.
Yeah,
These
the
are, dude,
amount
these are quite interesting to me actually.
yeah, the amount of people who are like, I loved your pencil.
Yeah. I mean, you can feel the surface. Like this is detail normal stuff, right? It's like you can feel the texture of the paper.
So it was kind of hard for me to try and get the paper just right, but it took a bit
Yeah.
of time. But I eventually got there with it all.
Yeah, and then the ink feels like it's actually there. The way the I guess the way the lighting is being received on it. It's even the ink's even on the table.
I don't think that's actually meant to be ink. I think that's meant to be
Dude,
blood.
dude, it I mean,
But
is
if it reads as
this is
ink,
blood?
it's fine.
I mean, it reads as ink because of the way that how dark it is when it dried. But your attention to detail of like making sure that it's on the wood as well is super interesting.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I just try and think realistically of where it would go. So if
yeah,
it's on there, probably be on the table as well. And yes, Casey, it was a 2K map if I used for that. Probably a bit more than I needed to, but
dude. Yeah, with a detail normal, you wouldn't have to do
yeah, no, I think I just
that.
kept on pushing it a bit too much.
You're like, I'm going for it, man. I'm going for gold. Uh, the other thing that makes me think that this is ink, actually, just as a little side note, is the bit that's on the wood material is changing the roughness profile of the wood surface itself. So if it is dry, ink would do that, but blood would actually diffuse the lighting further, depending on how rough the wood surface is. So that's why I
Yeah,
keep
that
thinking
makes
it's ink
sense.
as well.
Yeah, now that you point out, I'm not going to not see it as ink. Yeah, because this entire scene was, well, as I said in the description, based off the Vampire Masquerade IP. So it's just a lot of taking creative liberties from that and
Yeah,
trying to move
dude,
it
I love
over.
that. I love that franchise.
Yeah.
I want more. The other reason I really liked the bull shot is you can tell that you paid attention to like how surfaces are are created if it was real. So you have the grain direction or the shaving of the wood surface on the bowl. I think that's wood, right?
It's wooden bowl.
Yeah, and then the top looks like they had taken the bowl and when they were making it, turned it over and rubbed it across sandpaper
Yeah,
to shave it down to like level it out.
I think that was more of a happy coincidence, if I'm
Yeah,
honest. I think that was more
dude.
of a very happy coincidence
I
that it
mean,
came out good.
you can see it though, right? It literally looks like it was constructed, and
Yeah.
that's one of those details. It's like even even if it was a happy accident for you, um, it's like it's one of those details that really helps geometry become real versus like it's just 3D. That's why we like depth of field so much, is because like in reality when we're looking around us, everything is not in focus,
Yeah.
right? And a depth of field helps us soften the hard edges of geometry always being ultra sharp everywhere. And when you do this type of detail with materials, I mean, even if the grain was uh, following around the bowl, it starts to take on attributes that you'd see in real life. And that, yeah, that's why I'm like super into the surfaces of this bowl.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's good to get like your thought process how like because going about doing realism obviously it's a bit tricky at times. So I'll definitely keep all of that in mind for future.
dude, I can't even imagine how if the letter is 2K, I can't imagine what all of this scene looks like. Like, are these you're I hear the laughter and the tears.
Yeah, I remember the pain of constant lag spikes due to like looking at certain bottles for too long. Like I think a lot of the things were 4K just because I was like, 4K, might as well try it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can. I mean, with detail normals and being able to mask out where they happen, and it's. I think you could probably get these bottles to look the same
Yeah.
with a what with a let's say all the maps were a 512 and then you were just using a detail normal
Yeah, I think I'll
and a
probably
detail
be
normal mask, you would probably get
doing
the
that
same
next
look.
time. Yeah, I reckon I'll be doing that next time because we're one of our last conversations we did when I was doing Healer's Home, you sent me some links to detail normals and I started using them within that
All
scene.
right.
So it's been
Mm.
really useful to learn that workflow fully.
It's, did you use the same bowl? Is it the same?
Not quite the same bowl, but close enough. Pretty close. I
So, I guess,
just wanted to feel as quite defined.
do you want to walk us through this one a bit? Because I know
Yeah, so
you were on
this
this one for a
one's
while.
yeah, this one's my newest piece. I've been working on this for a long time because for university we had to do like a block out for a whole module and documentation with all that. And only just finished it, like I said, about 17 days ago. So it's been about 4 or 5 months, probably a bit longer than it should have probably taken. But yeah, I've been working on this for this project. Honestly, godsend was Martin.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It helped me out with this so much.
Yeah. So, Martin DeGraff, he mentored you through this.
Yes, he did. He dealt with me when I was at my lowest, and
Yeah.
he helped so much. He really did help a lot. Like I cannot thank him enough for all the time he put in to me with this scene.
Yeah, he showed me the designs for how he wanted to do like a mentorship through Miro, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Dang, dude, this looks good." And then he's like, "Yeah," and I'm working with Josh. I'm like, "Yo." And yeah, no, it looks great, man. There is like a lot of attention to detail. That's like, I see you got the cracks in the stone here, and what is it? Polygon was talking about the rug on the ground having those kind of natural folds in them.
Yeah, that was my first time ever using Marvelous Designer. I was originally going to use Blender, but I just
Hmm.
didn't quite feel it. So I moved over to Marvelous, and the rug was a lot of work, a lot of color problems. But eventually we got there. Surprisingly, you won't think it, but the biggest problem in this entire scene was that cross. Out of all
This
things,
one,
was the cross. Just wait for your stream to catch up.
yeah, the
Yes.
cross on the wall,
Yep.
yeah. No, I
Yep. That
can
was
imagine that.
biggest pain because we could well not we I couldn't get the colors right. I just every single time I'd be like, all right, is this look okay? No. All right, does this look okay? Now it's green. Wait, what? It was just
Oh my god,
constant going over things. It was so hard for me to get that cross right, and it will haunt me until this day.
that's so interesting. Wait, was did you try sampling the color from the wood materials around it?
And it just wouldn't work. I just couldn't get it to be the right type of like color.
That is so odd.
Because at some points it would look a bit too faded. It just wouldn't look right. Just kind of blend in. Other
Yeah.
times it's just too bold and just drew your attention too much. So I'm done with crosses. If I ever get asked to make a cross, I'm sorry, I'm out. I can't
Yeah.
do it.
Oh, I found. Oh, yeah. I gotta go through this GIF, but I found the one thing that is like, oh, you should fix this. Let's see if after we look at the. I love these videos.
Yeah, so do I. I've making it a point to do that every time I can now because I absolutely love being able to just look back on the progress and just see where I went from and how I got there. Really helps to like solidify in my brain what I've done. That and the blogs as well. So many blogs, but really like doing that.
Yeah, you have a bunch of blog posts. I wish there was a way to like consolidate it
Yeah,
to like a project, like all of the blog posts turn into a single project.
yeah, that would be really, really nice. But hey, I've just had to put them all on there. I think it's like 8, 9 parts now,
Yeah,
which
dude, that's awesome.
but yeah, like I was really happy with how this project turned out. Like, I again, I don't really know what else to say about this project. Like, it was just a lot of work, and I'm really happy with how it's come out. There's a few little problems that niggle at me, but
See
hey,
if I can
let it
find
slide.
yeah, because the concept you nailed pretty close. If we can get all
Yeah,
the way up to the top
I
here.
think I've decided I will not be taking something from concept and just going to try and go one from one again.
Yeah,
Because yeah, I got too hyper focused in on trying to recreate it 100%. Well,
yeah.
I think next time I want to do a piece where if I squint, I can kind of get the vague idea of what's going on and do it that way. Um, yeah, Casey was inside of Unreal Engine. The scene.
Yeah, I guess he's talking about trying to color match the cross. It's like if you expose it in the shader, which I imagine that's what you were probably working with Martin, is like you were tweaking the values in
Yeah,
the like an exposed parameter.
yeah, there's a lot of just tweaking around the value inside there. I also did it a few times at Substance again, just trying to retweak it all.
Yeah.
Um, so between that and the fire, because I had a problem because the post processing would change for fire gray, so I then had to use another post process to get the fire to be orange while keeping the rest. It was that was a pain.
Trying to see the okay, I'll highlight the thing that was like, "Oh man, you got to fix that." So the wood under the fireplace.
Yeah.
So we need to see the rings of the wood,
Oh,
or
I
we'll
missed
be
it on them.
or we will lose our minds.
Oh no. Yeah, no, I remember we spoke about it before with like the table. I did it on the table. But I remember saying to myself, alright, I've got to do it for the wood.
Oh yeah, on the
So I
side here.
forgot to do it
Yeah,
on the
see,
wood.
this looks great here. But
Yeah,
yeah,
cheers.
like this view, you if you put that type of detail on these, it'll the wood stack will rival the fidelity of this. So you'll
Yeah.
be like your brain will be fighting to decide which one you like more.
Yeah, because for me currently those wooden like pieces just look a bit too even the sculpt for those I wasn't too happy with really, because they just seem a bit too blobby to me. Like a little
Yeah,
bit more chunky could have been a bit better. And also adding the rings. But yeah, I've got that jotted down because I've basically got a massive notepad saying what I can do, what lessons
man,
I've
these
learned
look
from like my
great.
last projects. So do that
I didn't
next
see
time.
these before. The embery uh
So
pieces of wood burning down here.
some of those are from because I only use a few megascans. A few of those are from megascans, just to kind of put those in there.
Oh
Then other
wow.
ones are
Okay.
my ones.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. Were the ones that were yours, were you just mapping to the existing materials that they had?
Yeah, basically. So I was just trying
Nice.
to map it into there, and then I tried working with some materials, using cavity to basically have like an ember glow from some of the wood from the inside, but I just couldn't quite get it to work, unfortunately.
I mean, it looks awesome though, man. Uh,
Yeah, thank you.
I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else that could be. You seem to get the. I don't know if you actually added it, but it feels like there's a bit of like a smoke up above. Like I
Yes.
know the air is quite thick, but it feels like it's kind of smoky up above.
Yeah, I added like loads of fog cards and everything like that around. Like the most of the back area is mostly fog cards. This is just doing it that way because we tried experimenting with just using volumetrics like normally, but then just some things didn't quite work with my lights being
Yeah,
around, so I just do some cards. They came out really nicely.
yeah. No, I think when the camera is locked like this, it's like why fight?
Yeah,
Why try and make it real time, quote unquote, when you're just going for the angle?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Say
This table is
it
spicy.
had its benefits being a one shot, but definitely had some problems as well with it. Like there was an entire different photo, but I just haven't gotten here of like
Yeah.
a open book and some like jars and that lot, but it just didn't quite flow with all the images really for me.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, this is all of your thumbnails are quite good. Um, this house maybe could be framed a little smaller so that you see maybe a little bit more of the shot.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say like yeah, I was thinking about changing the thumbnail for that just to kind of well make it like kind of in line with the other ones because obviously they're all close-up shots where that one's quite far out. I'll try and unify my portfolio that way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would work.
I was
if
thinking I
you
was
did
looking at
close-ups.
the effigy one. That I think it was that one.
Yeah,
Of the
this.
little
Yeah, that would do it. Yeah,
yeah, something like that.
you could frame that up for the thumbnail. It'd be pretty bright. I wonder if there's a
Yeah, I might just jump
that
back into that project and see what I can find.
yeah, just play around with it. But I think the effigy is a good starting point. That might work, and it might not be as bright as I'm imagining it is. Um,
Yeah.
or any of the other details that you'd worked on, just to be up close. But yeah, so now you're in your first job. Are you actually have you started already?
Yes, I this is my second week now. I've been really enjoying it. I absolutely love the team there. I've just been loving every moment of it so far.
Dude, that's awesome. And you're just so junior artist. So I guess environment or level art
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
kind of the
environment. I'm more environment based. Currently just working towards current projects. It's going really well. Really enjoy the team. Like, yeah, it's not much else I can really say, but I'm enjoying it. Just loving
yeah,
everyone
of
there.
course. Yeah, I don't want to be like, yeah, so like so what do you guys what are you working
It's
on?
it's what you're working on. Come on, expose yourself.
uh expose yourself. It's only been 2 weeks. They'll forgive you. Uh no, it's awesome, man. Yeah, chat's saying congrats and well deserved, but yeah, dude,
Thank you.
congratulations on that. I know you were pushing very hard to try and get your portfolio into a position where you could get a job
Yeah, I
right out the
was
gate.
ridiculously stressed out. Just put myself under a lot of pressure.
Oh, I
More so
know.
than I really needed to.
I
Yeah.
know. It's like I think whenever we had talked, I was like, "Nah, man, this looks great." And it's like just gonna give him some positive. I'll point these things out, and then you're just getting positivity because we need to lift you up a little bit.
Yeah. Looking back, it definitely was more a rational fear, I think.
I mean,
Uh,
sometimes you can't help it as well, and I think
yeah.
that's why it's so good that you're chatting with a lot of people and getting feedback and
Yeah.
yeah,
Like people just give me feedback helps so much. Like unbelievable amount of help. Just being able to get told this looks a bit weird. Maybe learn this type of thing. It helped me so much. And especially during lockdown, obviously being isolated, it was really hard, and having a support network there was really nice.
awesome, awesome. No, that's good. Um, do you do you have any questions? I don't. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Not not really. Like yeah, like I think I what's it called? Put my name in for this before I'd even started. So I was gonna be like, oh, what can I improve in that lot? This thing, like, obviously, I'd like to know if there's anything else you think I should improve on. But a lot of weight's been taken off my shoulders now, so not really, to be honest.
Nice. Yeah. Just make sure you relax now.
Oh yeah, I definitely have been. I'm
Like,
a lot more relaxed than I used to be.
well, because it's just it's really difficult to step out of the shoes of trying to progress uh your portfolio. Like you just want to keep pushing, and it's like now that you're your first job, it's like you can do that pushing at the office, and then when you go home, you can play video games or you can just chill out. you know,
Yeah.
you can binge watch as many shows as you want.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to relax after work. Sometimes still get stuck in, still trying to learn things, but I enjoy it. At the end of the day, like I still try to distance myself with like playing
Yeah,
games.
nice. Well, cool, dude. I think I think we're good to go then. I mean, I just like I was trying to figure out like, okay, what can I comment on here to like help you improve? And I mean like it's just like without putting pressure on you to say I can't wait to see the next scene. uh I fully understand that it could be a while before we see the next scene.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. I think I'm gonna take a few months just
Nice.
to really settle in, learn, and just soak up as much as I physically can.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then after that, start looking at another scene. Like I've got a backlog of like 300 concept images, so I've got
Oh
enough.
my god. um yeah, usually I say usually I say to take the wait for the itch. So the itch is when like you're at work and you say you're like learning stuff at work, and eventually you start to get this itch, and the only way to scratch it is to do personal work.
Yeah,
If you wait for that, you'll be golden.
yeah. No, I'm gonna take back, just relax, and then when time comes, I definitely want to crack on, then see what project I work on next. I think
Oh,
next
super
time I
cool, man.
might try a new thing like a bit more hard surface stuff like sci-fi, but no,
Oh,
me, I'll end up
nice.
getting drawn back to the old Victorian stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. Do what's fun, right?
Yeah,
That's the
well,
best part.
yeah, like I think I might try an all sculpted thing next time, to be honest, because I really enjoyed sculpting. It's just calming to me, so I
Awesome.
think I might try
Dude,
something like that.
sculpting is super nice.
Yeah, for sure.
But all right, I guess we'll get to the next one now. But
Yeah,
it was a pleasure, dude.
yeah, it's nice speaking to you too, man, and I'll catch you later on.
Definitely. All right, I'll talk to you later.
See you, man.
All right, bye. So nice. So nice. Good chat. Good chat for sure. Yes, thanks again for sharing, Josh.